one way or the other, we have been able to get some relief from the high courts. Supreme Court has also accepted them, but sent back to the officer कि आप as per law दोबारा कीजिए, ज़रूर कीजिए. My humble submission is that what you should do is, now that you have the power to conduct computer balloting, get rid of this arbitrary selection by the commissioner. Get for a computer, yes, audit has to be done. Let it be through the computer, 10 to 20% according to the availability of the resources you can complete within 1 year. Do it with the computer balloting. Up to High Court, Sindh High Court ka bhi judgment aa gaya latest, and they said 214C is available and it can be done today. Today you can do that power is available. So आप करें उसको. Select people. ये ख़त्म हो जाएगा कि कमिश्नर ने अपना सोच लगाया नहीं लगाया, उसको नीचे पहले भेजने से पहले किताबें मंगानी थी कि किताबें नहीं मंगवानी थी. So a lot of things will come out of it. I have not come across from 2003 onwards till date some sort of a mechanism where we could say that this audit was fine or this selection was fine and this was not fine. So there is an arbitrary discretion. My suggestion is that we should use 214C, computer ballot, 10 to 20% each year, right from the time we file the returns. आप select कर लें और उसके मुताबिक आप उसको कर लें. Then we should give time limit to complete also. इसमें भी यही है कि आपने select कर लिया and then there is nothing over there when to go finish it off. My humble view is that it should be again selected, done, and culminate into an assessment within a certain specific period. And lastly, the audit says very clearly that once you have completed the audit, you've confronted the taxpayer, where do you go and amend the assessment? You go to 122.5. And 122.5 says definite information from audit. If you find a definite information from audit, which is very clear what is a definite information, I need not to go into the details. If you find any definite information from the audit, do it. But if you do not find any definite information from audit, just for the sake of I have heard it myself that if I close the audit as it is, people will raise fingers on me. This is the confidence that the officer has. He says, addition to kuch hoga. So we have to give them the confidence that if he closes, he has not taken any money, he has not taken any pressure, he has not done any favors. Anything that you can think of. If he thinks it's not right, it's not right. And it doesn't fall within the parameters of the definite information. Next, please. In my view, section 207, 208 and 209 of the ordinance should be amended, and commissioner appeals should also be taken out of the authorities of the Federal Board of Revenue and passed on to the Ministry of Law, some independent fora. I have personally seen an order where the commissioner said, in deference to the orders of the Federal Board of Revenue, your stay is not granted. I have it with me. I challenged it before the High Court, and the High Court reprimanded that, and the matter was stayed. Such like orders come, and ये तो अभी कुछ बाहर आ गया, पीछे क्या होगा? I do not know. So we need to have independent appellate forums. We cannot have the same commissioner coming in and looking into the same things. So we should take it out from the partner, make it independent. Forced decisions will not come in, delayed decisions or early decisions. हमारी अपील्स रुकी हुई हैं, आप इसका डिसीजन दें, वो लामहला ऐसा आता है कि आपके डिसमिसेस होके आपके पास आ जाते हैं और then you have to pay for the recovery. Stay of demand, commissioner doesn't do it. It's inherent power available. The person who is ready to give you the final relief can give you the temporary relief also, interim relief also. I think let it be a part of the system. If he thinks he can, it should be. Next, please. Rationalization of taxes. Now, what I am saying, this is the first thing what we need to do is, this is of the same thing. In the near around region, we have about 30% of the corporate taxes. We are at 35%. AOP, 25%. Small company, we have a different rate. For staggered rates for individuals, staggered rates are for salaried individuals. We should have low rates, same for all, apart from corporate, but we should have some rationalization on the lowering of the rates. Let's not look what we are going to lose. Let's see with this how many more we can get in. Lower the rate, we buy more. Lower the rates, we see common bank being protected by the taxes we pay, we tend to pay more. Next, please. Second schedule to the ordinance, exemptions to various persons are available. I think these exemptions should be reduced. My special emphasis would be if you look into 56, 57, 58, कुछ पर्दा नशीनों के नाम इसमें आते हैं. बहुत सारी, मतलब किसी का कार का बेनिफिट है, किसी का घर का बेनिफिट है, सैलरी में है, उसको एग्जेम्प्ट है, मुझे नहीं है, because I am in a corporate sector. So we must remove all those or similarly allow them. Commutation of pension on retirement or death is exempt from tax. And pension in itself is exempt from tax. But what happens if a pension is given before retirement? Somebody gets before retirement pension, or somebody has not died and got a pension. The commutation will not be exempt in that scenario. But if he receives the pension monthly, it will be exempt under clause 8. So I think pension in itself should be across the board exempted. It's just a relief talking, but basically I'm against the exemptions at large available. Pension, because person doesn't have a job, if he gets into a job, you can look into it. That pension automatically, one becomes taxable and the other is not taxable. One is taxable and one is exempt. So things like that. Banking companies. Next, please. Sorry. Export services and contracts. When you render services outside Pakistan, you have given a 1% rate. That if you bring the money back into Pakistan, your taxation would be 1% of the rate. I think it should be given to all those persons who give services outside Pakistan. It should be defined what are services rendered. I am sitting here in Pakistan and I give service to somebody who is in US, giving him tax advice, and he sends me the money. At what rate should it be taxed? 1%, 6%, or 20%, or whatever that rate may be, 25% of my as a taxpayer. So incentive, because a lot of money is coming in, so these need to be right. Then contracts, government of Pakistan is doing a lot of contracts outside Pakistan. For example, the basic example is Afghanistan. And the contracts have been awarded in Pakistan. To contractors from Pakistan, they go there and they serve and they work there and they do the job, everything outside Pakistan. But they pay taxes according to the tax rates of Pakistan. There is no double taxation treaty between Pakistan and Afghanistan also. So they pay taxes over there also, they pay taxes over here also, and somebody gets 1% taxation also. So we need to rationalize this particular thing. Banking companies. I'm just going to run down. I'm sure Pakistan Banks Association and the institute itself is cognizant of this fact and very much confident that this thing is there, because it is an impediment in finalizing even the accounts also. So carry forward a provision in excess of 5% to future years for consumers and SMEs. That is required. Allowability of 1% of total advances as charge against bad and doubtful